Okay.
Yes,
so I was thinking like maybe around February-ish. Okay. So anyways, we ended up purchasing this house. We ended up telling her dad that, and then her mom comes up with an idea. Why don't y'all just get married? I remember just sitting at the table, and I think your mom was like, "Y'all just get married. I'll do a wedding. I'll plan it.
Yeah,
we can have it literally." No, she didn't tell you that. She told me that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I think I was talking with her, from what I can remember, and then she was like, "Yeah, we can plan it." Because I think I was trying to figure out at the time, like when I was going to ask or something. I don't know. Maybe she just gave us the idea. It doesn't matter.
Okay, well, yeah, she was just like, "Why don't y'all get married? Like that's something dumb she should do." We didn't.
And at that time, I was like, I'm not going anywhere. I mean, I've never been the kind of guy where I need marriage to be committed. That's not what I think marriage is about. Is just being committed. You should go to be committed before you're married. I have my point of views on that, but I was like, I don't care. She's my best friend. I'm not going anywhere. Why not? Who cares?
He didn't say any of this to me, by the way. Not 1 ounce of this was ever said to me.
Why?
I had no idea you proposed.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I thought you meant
no, I had no idea.
That's why I was you weren't there when I was talking to your mom.
Okay.
Because I knew that because you were in shock when everything happened. So that being said, let's see, we fast track to June.
Well, we decided we're going to compete. Me, you, and Michaela are going to compete.
Okay.
That's what it was. Yeah.
We decided, I think, in
February. That had been right around, when we moved in and stuff, because we all had a kitchen. We had a kitchen that was big enough to, do all the stuff necessary to compete.
So
with 3 of us prepping.
Our first show was here in Alamance County, where we live, and so
it was June.
It was your first show because remember she didn't have one.
January of that year. Show was June. So magic happened. You made all that magic happen.
12, 13
while
weeks.
Prepping and all of that. Yeah.
So, and I had never done one myself. My daughter at the time, Michaela.
Sophomore? I don't think
she was 16. She had just turned 16. And so she ended up,
we got coaches. She and I had the same coach. You got a coach.
Yeah.
So we did it a little different. We did it different this time. And
So anyways, let's get to that point. Let's get to that position. And we ended up going through this whole process. And so we're all getting ready for competitions. And, it's happening in June up here locally. And first competition for all of us. So we're all really excited. Michaela went through a few bouts where it was kind of like, Dad, I don't know if I can do this. I kept pushing her. So, so anyways, we ended up, building a gym in our home. And
we still have
right before this, right before we started doing our show, because we were going back and forth from Planet to Golds, and so we wanted our own stuff. So we actually, because it was better for us to just be able to do double workouts when we needed cardio, everything. So we Stairmaster, all that kind of stuff, and so this is what we were doing, prepping, and so at this time I was already planning what I was going to do as far as the engagement.
No clue.
Speaking to some of her friends that she was close with at that time, her family, and the kids. And so the friends of mine that put the show on, we had all this sort of stuff, kind of just brewing. And it was like, this is the plan. I went out here and I ended up buying you your ring, and I was trying to keep it away from you. I can't remember who had it. I think Michaela
I think Michaela
the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
So, and so we're all excited about this, but then I've got this other stuff going on in my brain. Like, how am I going to do this?
And that's the thing that made it that much harder on you, although that much easier on having to hide anything from me, because when you're in that mind frame, as bad as it sounds, you are all about yourself. Like it's really hard to be really good at anything else and still be good at prep. Like that's shoddy, but things falter.
I've prepped 7 times.
Yeah.
That was my first in 2018, and it's been 7.
So by no means was I worrying about where you were hiding stuff, or I wasn't.
You were in your own zone.
No point. It's
I was in my own zone, but then I had this.
Going to cardio, going to work out, prepping meals, somehow getting back babies bathed because they were young. Their kids were young and everything. So anyways, no, yeah, I'm sure it was, I cannot imagine how much stress you had on you prepping and planning. But in terms of hiding anything, it was super easy.
Anything. So prepping all this sort of stuff, and to be honest with you, it went it couldn't have gone smoother.
No, because
really could not have gone smoother how this turned out.
I cannot like the people that were able to be in the audience and witness you proposing to me, because they were like, I had girlfriends from work that didn't know. I don't think they knew. I think they were just as shocked as I was. They didn't know anything, but they were there just in support of me in the show. So that was the whole. I had everything. Like you just had everybody there.
So that was the thing. When me and your mom talked, we were like, you're already putting everyone at this show. So I was like, isn't this too soon? And she's like, no, we can do this and do that, And I was like,
my mom works magic, by the way.
Okay, so we can do this. And so everyone's hyped up. I'm like, hey, come to the show. And I'm telling a few people, hey, look, you really want to come to this show. Very personal friends of mine. And I was like, we had, I don't think it was 150 people there. We had a lot of people.
It was a lot. So
people that weren't part of the show came too. Obviously they didn't know what was going to happen. Mm-hmm. They're just going because their family's competing or someone they know is competing or whatever.
Yeah.
So there was tons of other people, but we ended up getting a lot of people there, and
had no idea.
So back to her competing, me competing, my daughter competing.
Magic.
It was. Okay, should I go ahead and tell the story on how this turned out, or
you can tell the story? You can totally tell the story, but then the video, the video is. I feel like you telling it is not going to do anything for like. The story's still magical. You can leave the shortened version. Just like I basically proposed to myself.
Yeah.
Right.
So how it all went down is I will kind of a little bit of detail, but I will explain the video. So at this point, we're all getting ready. We're in the back. We're all getting ready for the show. The day has come, and I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? So I ended up having, one of the hostess, my guy buddies that was hosting the show, I think he had it on him. Someone had it. I don't know. This thing was running around. We're talking the ring. The ring was running around somewhere.
Yeah, because if you never looked at a bodybuilder, they got nowhere to hide anything. There's nothing.
Okay, yeah. So that being said, I'm basically naked at this point, and putting a little tiny ring in there probably wouldn't have mattered. They would be like, "What's that bulge?" So that being said, I ended up working out. We had a plan, and one of my good buddies that hosted the show that year, we ended up one of her friends actually wrote out some cards. And so
this is the person that I did cardio with every single morning and had no idea. She was
great lady.
She was,
and so her and her husband ended up getting the cards together and getting everything written out.
Did you tell them? Did you tell them what to put on the cards? Let's get this real.
Maybe. Maybe.
How much did they help you write the cards?
A lot. A lot. But I signed it.
Okay.
So the approval was there. You know what I mean? So it's like, look, bro, CW, So we got the cards. We got the ring run around, going from one person to another. I think my daughter, blah, 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 blah. And again, my daughter's in this. My daughter is around back. She's got nothing on too, like basically bikini. And just like everyone else, all the other ladies back there. So we're having to figure out where to put this ring. And and
I guess hope that I don't come around. I didn't think about that.
My buddy that put the show on, I will never forget this. And I was like, here are the cards, hand them to Caitlin and tell Caitlin she is reading something about you wanting to propose. Was it propose?
I got these cards and I need you to read them for me. I don't know. I can't remember. It's very hectic. It's very hectic. Lights are freaking blaring on you. And again, you're thinking, you're very unclothed.
So you will see she comes out
I'm strutting my stuff because I'm
and
cute.
she is like, well,
I am
you know,
strutting.
just like,
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, you know, so she comes out, he hands her the cards. He's like, I need you to read this.
It was very rushed. He was just kind of like questions. Like it was we were read these cards.
Like this was so out of whack, so out of control. We were pushing it. We didn't want her to have any type of suspicion of anything going on. He hands her the cards, like, yeah, just go read it, go read it. So she's standing in the dead center of the stage. Everyone's looking up. Oh, I failed to mention we had the big cards come up, you know?
Yeah.
And but I'm talking about the small cards and the big cards.
Where the card's gonna go. That's true. Yeah.
So we had this particular song that we really liked. You can say it.
Mm-hmm. You make it easy, Jason Aldean, crazy.
And so
serendipitous.
So she gets up there, and you're gonna see this in the video. She gets up there and she starts reading. She has no idea that what she is reading is about herself. So she's reading these cards out. You know, this lady's great, you know, blah, 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 blah. Like this person, da-da-da-da.
I feel like you should have the cards memorized because you wrote them.
Yeah. Yeah. What a way to call me out.
I'll go get them.
I'll see you.
They're framed. They're framed actually. So I still have them. You can visit them.
So she's, can I read the story?
Mm-hmm.
So she's reading these cards out. And as she gets closer and closer to the end of these cards, they hit the music. And she ends up hearing, I mean, you can see it in your face. You're kind of like, and I'm getting chills.
It's incredible.
And so then I come out. She starts looking around because she's realizing what's about to happen. I come out and I get on one knee and my testicles were very cold. And no, just kidding. But I get on one knee and I end up proposing. And right there in front of everybody, half naked, pretty much 99.9% naked. And first show, I'm not a very big guy on getting in front of people. So this was just, I mean, my stress level.
He's very bashful. He is very bashful.
My stress level is to the roof, you know, and I'm just like, what am I doing? But yeah, so yeah, I mean, it was just like, wow, like I got all these people here and, you know, this is it. I mean, it was very magical. I mean, I don't know of anybody, me personally, that has ever asked someone to marry them on a stage that they're both competing at the same time. Mm-mm. I mean, definitely
not this town or anywhere around like, this. Yeah.
Dude, I knocked that one out of the park.
You definitely did. You
know, and the fact that you didn't know a thing about it, and I got all those people there because of the show, but then the show is why they were there. Yeah. And it was just like, I mean, amazing. And luckily she said yes.
I know.
I mean,
doesn't he ask? I feel like he eventually asked in the video too. Like, what's your answer?
Yeah. So you'll see that in the video. The people were like, so what'd she say? You know, and I'm like, well, I don't know. Like, what did you know?
Well, the other cards that you mentioned though, because when it starts clicking, I don't think I've seen you yet. I can't remember the timing, but the judges hold up these posters that are "Will you marry me?"
Yeah, so the song comes on, and each judge has their own sign, and it says, "Will you marry me?" So that's what had you turn around. That's right. I want to.
I'm looking for you.
Yeah, because she's like reading the cards, and then, but it's kind of hard. You can't really see because the lights are always bright, you know, coming up on the stage, and you're like this, and you're like, you know, I mean, it was a really cool thing.
If there was one day I could relive all over again, it would definitely be that. I would give anything to just be able to remember every second about that day. But
yeah, it was a great day. I mean, 2018 was a really good year for us. And
that was 18.
I said 2018.
Oh, I thought you said 19.
Bro.
I heard 19.
Bro, you want to fight that?
Listen to that back. It sounds like 19. But so from there, like.
We ended up, we'll go ahead and say this too. We ended up winning. I ended up taking classic. I mean, at the time they didn't have classic physique, which is what I compete in now. I ended up taking physique and bodybuilding. I ended up taking first place overall on both of those, on my class and the whole show. And then she ended up taking her class and then taking the overall also.
Figure.
And then my daughter ended up, at the time, competing in teen.
That's
And it was her and
Uh-huh.
another girl, and she ended up winning that one. And then she was like, Dad, behind stage, hey, can I get into the adults? So she ended up competing against, I don't know, I think it was like 5 or 6
It was
other
solid.
women.
Yeah.
And she ended up winning her class and then ended up taking the overall. So she ended up winning the whole show too. At 16, she was the youngest girl to ever win the Alamance show in Burlington.
It was a good freaking day.
And
it was a good freaking day all the way around. It was crazy.
We will post the video.
Have your tissues ready.
So we'll hype it up to that. But this is how it turned out, and this is our story from before we were engaged. And we need to do another one eventually.
What's that going to be of?
Of, the bodybuilding experience for both of us, and just talk about all these trophies that we have.
Oh yeah, who would want to hear about that?
So, but yeah, we've got a lot of we didn't really go into detail about like some of the arguments and the drama. We were trying to kind of keep it a little peaceful. We want it to be a love story, but at the same time, but it is raw. I mean, that it is exactly how it works. I can sit here. This is the thing with her is I can sit here and talk about my past, and it actually, if it does bother you, I don't think it bothers you, but you don't seem to ever care because I feel like you're secure enough to know this dude ain't going nowhere because you have so much confidence in yourself. I have confidence in myself. So I'm like, she ain't going nowhere.
But I just ultimately have a confidence in our relationship too.
Well, that too, yeah. But I mean, we've been through
crap.
But yeah, so it took us going through all that to kind of be where we are today.
But it really did. Although I don't advocate for anybody to have a really shiny
you don't want to do that
relationship. Like I think about now me being the mother that I am, and like truly how I put my parents, what I put them through, and all that. Like I'm a lot crazier than my mama. I'm a lot crazier than her. So I don't know how that would turn out for her, but
well, then back this up. Hold on though. Back this up to it. We'll kind of bring it back a minute. When we got married, so we ended up. No, we're not bringing it back. We haven't talked about us being married. So we ended up getting engaged in June 2nd, and then we ended up going ahead and making the wedding.
Oh, this is a cute part. This is a cute part.
So we'll kind of leave it at that when we get to this part. But we ended up getting married in October.
10/20.
So October 20th, her mom ended up setting the whole thing up in her backyard. So
my dad made the dance floor, like literally handmade the dance floor.
We ended up hiring a cook to come out there.
Like a pig picking or something, like some kind of big old something.
And so we ended up like designing the whole thing. Her dad did a great job at everything, designing everything, the thing that we stood behind. I mean,
him and my Uncle Mac made that.
So, it was a great thing. And, but her dad ended up being the one after all this happened. And after, he wanted to strangle me, probably still does at times. And,
me too.
He wanted to strangle you too, and could kick our butts from here, all the way up north. But he ended up getting his license to be able to marry us.
Yep. Dad married us. And that was just, again, and absolutely incredible. He walked me down the aisle. He ended up marrying us, and
great guy.
Gave me away to the one I'll be with forever.
So yeah.
The only thing I want to forever. Ever? Who sings it? Outcast, you loser. No, but the funny part, I'll at least lighten it up for a second though, because our show was a Saturday. So Sunday, the very next day, we're going to Mom and Dad's to celebrate. We're going to meet everybody there and like eat cake, eat pizza, like eat all the crap that we have not been eating for 16, 20 weeks, whatever.
No, hold on. No, the night of the show, your parents were here. They had all kinds of stuff.
No, they did.
And I felt like a huge
No, we were,
Very next day,
but then the next, so they had surprised us here with like Pizza Hut pizzas or something. Like we definitely chowed down that.
We had like a party.
Oh yeah, I had like a congratulations engagement thing that Mom had already planned because she already we had like an engagement cake here that night. That's right. Yeah. But no, okay. So the next day, I know I forgot about that.
That brain injury.
Well, Sunday though, we're in the car on the way to Mom and Dad to celebrate further, and I was just like, oh my gosh, so when are we gonna get married? And mind you, I have 2 cousins that are gonna get married. They already had wedding dates and everything. So I'm literally looking in a calendar of like what date? Like, I'm very funny about dates and numbers and stuff. So I was very limited on when they were getting married and what we could do as far as, and some kind of timing to like, I got to get a dress, got to do this. So anyways, I'm like, oh my gosh, well, when are we going to get married? Like, how are we going to do this? Do we wait for a year? Do we plan for a year or whatever? And you're like, Caitlin, we're sleeping together the next time we go on vacation. So, because I think we already had some planned like December or something, you know. Yeah. Plus, I didn't want a winter wedding. Like, I didn't want to be. I don't want sleeves. No. So again, there were just so many things to like nail down what's happening and when to do whatever. But that was just the cutest thing because he was like, no. The next vacation we go on, we're sleeping together. Like,
so your mom and your dad got on that so quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
And had everything done within 4 or 5 months.
I was like, and then I think, the conversation with you and I, because obviously I wanted you to be happy with what happened and where we got married. And I without me ever really thinking about being married, means I didn't plan it. I didn't have any kind of like, oh, I want to get married in a cathedral. I want to get, like, I had zero anything to make anything want to happen or whatever. So we could organically have this conversation in the car of like, well, what if we just get married in my parents' backyard? And like, you were so cool with it. Like, you were just absolutely. And we didn't really go to church at that time. So we didn't really have like a pastor to go and like ask, hey, would you marry us? So I was like, and dad's a deacon and all that stuff. I mean, dad is, again, just a great human being. And I was like, what if dad marries us?
Yeah.
Sure thing. And I'm like, okay, I got a date. I got a location because I'm sure my mom's going to make everything happen in her backyard. The yard I grew up in, like, it's the only house I've ever lived in.
That's another thing.
So yeah, I mean.
That's cool stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. And then dad married us. So.
Yeah, I'm not a very big person on this extravagant stuff. To me,
well, I wasn't either. I wasn't either.
I mean, it used to when I was younger. Cars, motorcycles, boats. Not no more. No.
No,
life is so much.
Now we've got jet skis.
Life is so much. Well, that's just
I love it. I can't
wait.
I can't wait. I'm so excited for warm weather and jet skis. So I just can't. I'm
making fun, memorable moments.
Yeah.
That's kind of where we are. But that's how I am. But to me, I was like, I don't care where we get married. Backyard, front yard. On the curb, it doesn't matter. But.
So we partied 10-20.
And as long as you were happy wife, happy life.
And you do. You say it all the time and you're like moaning with it. Although I know you mean it because I know you want me happy. But I will say, though, the best thing that I've read lately was happy spouse, happy house. And it is just very much.
Oh, that's true.
It's just very much. You gotta have
the stuff I go through and I've never even seen that.
You don't pay attention to stuff. You don't pay attention to stuff I sent you.
Oh, yeah, I don't.
I know. Anyways,
that's how the other girls pay attention to their stuff. But anyways, but yeah, that's our little story, and we will.
This was purely for entertainment. Like, do not anybody cheat on you by any means.
Yeah. No. We slid in a little bit of funniness to kind of make it entertaining. But we have a strong relationship, and we like to joke. We're joking people, so. I hope no one sits here and says, I want to joke with my wife like that. Hey, what about that girl? It's like, no, because then you're going to get slapped.
You might get slapped.
I have a one-of-a-kind woman here, and I can do that. Other people, because I know when friends say to me, they're like, man, I can't believe the stuff you say in front of your wife. And I'm like, she don't care. That's just a security part.
He tells me that, too, and I'm just like... I don't even.
What kind of life do you want to live?
I didn't freaking hear you. I don't even know what you're talking about.
This whole going through your phone, we all did that when we were younger. But if you have to do that now, that's just not healthy. It's not healthy. I tell my kids that too. So that'll be another talk. Well, we won't veer off, but subject. But this was our story on how we met, and it's been a booming almost 9 years. It'll be 9 years this July 4th, right? Yeah. And
9?
I mean, sorry, 19. What am I talking about? 19. I'm sorry. 19.
Yes.
The 9 was there.
Yeah, the 9 was there. The 9 was there. I'm just missing 10.
And then it'll be 9 years that we're married this coming up.
That's where I'm lost with the math again.
Yeah. So regardless, somewhere around there, right?
Mm-hmm.
See, if any other woman forgets theirs or the man forgets theirs, the woman's probably throwing pots and pans at his face, doing all kinds of stuff. I'm not going to have
we
that
just forget
problem.
together. We just don't
So
forget.
yeah, I mean, you know, again,
Yeah, this July 4th will be 19 years. So literally, officially, half of my life has been knowing you as of July 4th.
Yeah. With your back and forth relationships, my back and forth relationships, and you know, but again, we came back together, and you know, maybe this will give somebody else hope that is having a rocky time right now, because we never thought we'd get married. I never thought I'd get married. You never thought you'd get married, and then we married each other. It's weird how that happens. So, but
any other advice? Any other questions? Any other little things that? I mean, I'd also love to hear other people's stories if they wanted to share anything.
If there's
in the
anything,
comments.
if you want to put something in the comments, ask questions.
Please tell me there's at least one other female alive that has put in jail and gone to jail and then still ended up happily ever after. I can't be the only one.
You can't, but don't put each other in jail while you're married.
Don't do it now. Don't do it now. It has to be in the past. It needs to be in the past, and and you're all happy go lucky now.
Yeah.
Don't. Yeah. No more.
Don't do it at 40.
Don't do it. Don't do it now. Mm-mm.
Yeah. 38, 43. Don't do it then. Do it. You know, 20s, 25, somewhere around there.
It grosses me out.
So this is it. Yeah. So I will be posting the video next couple days. I'm gonna try to do it the best I can, but it will be put up. And it's an older video, so it was taken with an older phone. So I'm gonna do the best I can. I'm gonna put it up so all you guys can see it. And but yeah, that's it. I mean, this is our story. This is our fairy tale. This is our happy, not so happy story at times.
Our fairy tale that had horror moments and ends happily ever after.
Yep. And that's the right vision.
That's the right vision. That's the only way we know.
Until next time.
Check you later.